it's Jen with Astro Astrology. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the horoscope for January 22 through the 28th. Now, before I get to the horoscopes, I want to go through all the aspects that are going to be happening real quick. That way we can have an idea of what to expect. Now, I am calling on all y'all this week to really lower your guard down, open your heart, and broaden your mind, and be ready for accepting change. So here is the cards I thought would go great. So we have the Queen of Swords, really honing those ideas, really opening your mind, really like developing your mind and accepting information and just letting it nurture. Next we have our Five of Wands. So yes, I think that there's going to be some activity going on. Do I have the 9? I have a 9. It was supposed to be the 5. But I think it's going to be more of fun play, kind of that altercations. It's not going to be a mean altercation, but it's going to be maybe debates and kind of fun like that. And then finally we have the Queen of Cups. So really take care of yourself. You need to heal yourself. This is a week about healing. So we're going to heal so that we can then open our minds and open our hearts to accept what's to come. So just getting started, here we go. So we begin with Venus moving into Capricorn. So we see up here, that starts our stellium off. So then we have that stellium in Capricorn, so a lot of Capricorn energy going on, a lot of that maturity, responsibility, and that happens on the 23rd. So we have stability and we're focused because we also have, Mercury in there. We have Mars, and we, where do we need this? So where do we need this focus? We're going to get into that when we get a little bit into our for each sign, our horoscope for each sign. So relationships, family, is strengthening family bonds, really getting back down to the basics. It's a good day for a date night or get together with loved ones. So have dinner, drinks, maybe building a craft. So this is, it's kind of using everything. It's using, the love of beauty, the love of creating that Venus. It's using your mind to really be able to think outside the box. That's that Mercury. And then we have Mars, which is just doing and taking action. So you hear a lot of those wine and paint places where you go and you have an instructor that teaches you how to paint, or make a craft of some sort. I know I'm having my kids over and we're going to make some Valentine's crafts today, so hopefully they'll turn out good. I'll let you know in the next video. So hopefully they'll be good. So it'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, creativity is going to be flowing. You got to get that Venus going. You got a good foundation to start relationships, maybe even. So on the 25th and 26th, we have our have Mars squaring Chiron. So Mars first is the one to square Chiron, which I don't have Chiron in here right now. But Chiron is that old wound that keeps popping back up, that we can't heal, that just is that excess baggage. That's that baggage that just keeps us from maybe fulfilling certain areas in our lives. So with Mars in that square, it's really making us conquer our fears. The square, it's going to be difficult. So get ready for a little bit of strife, a little bit of like that abrasiveness, but you got to conquer your fears. Don't keep playing the victim. All right, already. Just stop. The world is changing. You need to just stop with the pity parties if that's how you are, if this is, the things that kind of have been your crutch, and just, be confident. Get out there. You're going to be self-soothing. Take care of yourself. You're going to take care of yourself. That's Mars. I'm taking care of me. We're going to take care of me, and then we're going to take care of business. And then we have the full moon in Leo. So I did have a video on that. I'll leave a link or at the end of this video so you can go and see that one. Full moon in Leo is putting yourself out there. So, first you got to heal yourself. First you have to all right, I got to take care of this. I got to drop this baggage. Boom. And then I want to put myself out there because Leo, I don't want to be the center of attention. This is the full moon. This is like, ooh, this is, you know, I want the world around me. And then we have Mercury, then squaring Chiron. So they're right together. And now Venus is going to be behind, not too long. But they're each going to be kind of doing the same thing because they're really moving in a cluster right now. So we have, and this is this giving, because the squares are hard, yes, but because we have these planets in Capricorn, it gives us a good foundation to build, to work, to get to work. With Mercury squaring Chiron, talk it out. Face those insecurities. You know, what did the full moon in Leo teach us? What are we going to learn from that? What did the build up, the new moon to the full moon? Think back of those important conversations that may really take on new meaning right now. So, you know, something might be in the back of your head. So I remember when we were talking about that, now it makes sense. So these are the mental downloads you have to accept, that you have to just be able to use that intuition to know, okay, I need to use this. How do I use this to my benefit so I can grow, maybe help others? Full moon is testing those power dynamics. It's giving its power dynamics, struggles, everyone wanting to be in the lead. You know, this is Leo we're talking about. So if you have all this baggage, if you don't help heal yourself, how are you going to lead? Are you going to be a follower or are you going to be a leader? You want to be a leader. You don't want to be a follower. So heal yourself so you can use this full moon to its most potential. So put it to where you need to shine in your life. So remember though, it is in opposition to Pluto. So we have the moon in opposition because the sun is, we have the sun pretty much conjunct to it. So, you know, this is, you know, you got to be strong. You have to be strong. It's time. Transformations of personal, globally. You know, definitely check out that full video. I'll have maybe the both of them at the end of this. So in the end, we'll see what it means for you at the end of this video. Now remember, there's no one alive right now that knows what it's like to have Pluto in Aquarius, that has ever lived through something like this. Aquarius is change. It's dynamic change. It's individualism. It is being yourself, not being sheep. This is why we need to heal ourselves. Do we just want to be sheep, or do we want to lead? Do we want to, you know, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be myself. It's individualism. It's really just kind of taking the lead and creating your own rules and making new rules and making things that are going to work for everybody and not just certain people. We, you know, this is the world, people. We got to work together. So if you are, especially in the early degrees of the fixed signs, so that's Leo, Aquarius, this is happening at 5 degree Leo, the full moon, of course, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. This will be much more poignant for you, much more intense. Of course, if you have luminaries, planets in Capricorn, because we also have, you know, tons going on in Capricorn right now. So your energy is going to be like, woof, really flying high. I got a little bit of each. I got Capricorn is my rising sign. So with this change, here's a funny story. Well, it's not funny. It's a horrible story, actually. But so about 20 years ago, I decided to kind of change my life. I was working at home. My whole life really revolved around my kids and bringing up my kids, and that was my whole identity. I didn't really have an identity of my own. That was my identity. It was just, I'm their mom, and that's how people knew me. They called me Wes's mom, or that's my son's name, and then my daughter's mom. So when I decided to make a change, I went out and I got this little lap dog, and I don't think he's been on any of the videos. He's getting really old, but of course this was a really long time ago. I think you've seen him walking around in the background. So in this time, since I got him and I started working outside the home, I started really becoming an individual and not just the mother of my kids and not just a wife. And I really became, you know, somebody important at the job I'm working at, and just really my individualism really came out. And then unfortunately yesterday, so today is the 21st, so yesterday on the 20th, when the Sun and Pluto ingressed into, they both went into Aquarius together, and that went into my second house, my dog didn't wake up and he passed. So he was very old, yes. He led a very crazy life. He was a very bad dog, but I loved him so much, and it's just kind of shows on that day he chose to go. That was his transformation. And it's going to be a transformation for me, because this is somebody I've had with me for so long, and so now, you know, I just have to, okay, so my life is changing. That goes into my second house. Aquarius is in my second house, so it's a loss, it's a transformation of something that I had. You know, yeah, maybe it wasn't in my pets in my sixth house, but it was something that I had, that I owned, something that I loved, and now it's gone. So that is kind of how this is starting off for me, and we'll see how it goes. But little things like that, you can see how, okay, that almost makes sense, because he was with me for 20 years almost, he was 17. So really, the whole Pluto and Capricorn, and now he's gone. So it's moving on. But within all of this, it's emotional healing. So, you know, I'm going to have to heal from that loss and move forward. So we want to have good stability, fresh legs after emotional and physical healing. But for all of us, we need stability. We need healing. Where can you grow? So also, then moving on to the 27th, we have Uranus stationing direct. So it's about time. We have everybody moving forward now. Okay, maybe slowly but surely, because of course it's not going to just go whizzing along. This is Uranus plus stationing and moving. But everything now is in a forward motion. So that reset, like we haven't seen, is going to start. So Uranus is about change, or, you know, Pluto is about transformation, moving forward with it. So we're going to start seeing this transformation that we've been talking about for years now. And keep your mind open with our prior healing earlier in the week. This is how we're going to accept it. This is how we're going to be able to learn and grow. So with Uranus in Taurus, now going direct, we can expect a boost, maybe changes in finance, change in the economy. So we have it down here, right with, we have Jupiter in there as well. So this is boost in the economy, you know, boost in financing, boost in the stock market, maybe boost in the price of gold, crypto. They all may be coming to a peak. Full moon, transformation, you know, Jupiter blowing things up. But be ready, because there could be a crash coming. This is the full moon. This is the peak. This is the top of the mountain. You know, you're at the top, could be going down. You know, we see that gas prices are lower. We see that, you know, things are getting better. Is that going to change? So hopefully it won't. But just be aware. Just be prepared. So then on the 27th, we have a Sun squaring Jupiter. So Sun up here, squaring Jupiter. It's a 90-degree angle. That's, again, uncomfortable. You might have a sudden change in beliefs. Jupiter's about the things that we believe in. So, you know, it could be towards certain topics, religions, that type of thing. So maybe your ego can be taking over, could be overzealous, without merit. Be a little bit cocky, but don't be over pretentious and smug. You gotta watch yourself. You gotta not be preachy. Don't be that preachy person that is not accepting what others are saying. Remember, the healing that we did, we are supposed to be accepting of these changes. Aquarius, you're supposed to be accepting people for who they are, accepting people's differences, and being yourself. You don't want to be a sheep, don't forget. You might want to, you know, on a mundane level, we see with these presidential candidates, you know, all with Mercury conjunct Mars in Capricorn. So this is a great time for debating, friendly debates. Everybody, they all think they're the best. They all are telling you we're the best. Here why we're good. Here why they stink. Vote for me. This country's going to, if you vote this way, we're gonna have no more democracy. If you vote this way, we're gonna have no more democracy. This is why we're the best. Well, this is where the debates come in, and they really start, and so you have to really listen. If you think, okay, I'm going to vote for X person, don't care what everyone else has to say, now's the time that you really need to listen to the other platforms to see, is this really what I want? Is this person really saying the values that I want? That's what you really have to look out for. They're sometimes the ones with the best ideas, the most attractive promises, they have the best platforms. How are we going to go, how are we going to find change? What change is going to be logical? So this is what we have to think about. Of course, that Sun, Pluto, ingression into Capricorn on the 20th, campaign promises in a nutshell. When you think about it, it's just about, here's how I'm going to change the world, and here's how everything's going to be better. Here's how they're going to ruin the world. So, that ego, that you see that all over the place. So a Mercury conjunct Mars, that's that argumentative, that keeping though a keen wit, a great battle of wits. So, a lot of course, debating back and forth, that type of thing. So you're going to see this all over the news, and we already have. So this isn't anything new. If you just a personal level, have a group over for Trivial Pursuit night and just battle it out. A lot of fun games, fun debates. Try not to get too over cocky, over the top. But again, be aware of those, mental downloads that come in, they come in like lightning bolts, and that's just giving us this information. So, it's gonna like little pops almost of information that are gonna be coming in. So be ready to accept it. It's right up here, all in Capricorn. We have the foundation. So accept the information. Again, I can't emphasize it enough. So we have to be able to go with the flow. So we have Venus then in a sextile with Saturn. This will help that Jupiter-Sun square to really calm down, calm that expanded ego. Saturn's putting a little bit of a block up and a little bit of, okay, let's go. We've got to calm down. You need to earn this. You just don't all of a sudden, you got to work for it. So personally, we're encouraged to lower our boundaries, really, and open up. Sun sextile to Saturn is kind of like opening our hearts, pushing down those Saturn boundaries. Open up, let people in. Use that Mars-Mercury Chiron aspect that was earlier in the week to let that mental and just emotional baggage go. We need our minds open at this time of change, and if that is just filling our minds, it's never going to happen. Mars is also in a trine to Uranus, so there can be unpredictable, unforeseen events coming up, spontaneous and stimulating. Ooh, that's too much us words for me. New things, friends, opportunities. It's in a trine, so it could be good, but Uranus still is, could be a little intense. It could be a big change. Could be for the better. How are you going to work with it? Maybe a new, exciting financial opportunity. Maybe somebody's saying, oh, if you invest with me, we're going to win $1 million, or we're going to get all this, and invest in my new product, and it's going to be just the greatest product in the whole world, or something like that. So you want to use the Venus sextile to Saturn to act without haste, the Mars-Mercury conjunction to learn before acting. So don't just go throwing your money at stuff. Take it easy, do your research, gotta be keen wit, accept those mental downloads that are telling you what's right, what's wrong, and do your research, people. That's what's really most important. All right, so now we end the week with Venus trining Jupiter. So we start and end pretty much on an optimistic level. Venus trining Jupiter, it's just nice, expanding our hearts, expanding the things we love. Careful not to, of course, overspend, overeat, overdrink. overindulge in all those Venus-y, lovely things. So just be careful there, but it's a trine, so it should be just nice, coming off of intensity. So hopefully we can use this positivity to curb the intensity of the week, to curb those power struggles, and go from there. All right, so let's get to, we're gonna zoom through the horoscopes by sun or rising sign. So really, we're looking for where we want to shine, where we need the stability and focus. So where to shine? If you're Aries, in your 5th or 11th house. So in your creativity, in your friends group. So Aries, get out there, create stuff. Again, great night to get together with a group of friends and go to one of those, board and brush where you can, paint as a group or do a craft together, have everyone over for a nice craft night, drink some wine, really have a good time. That's where you can shine. Also, in where do you need to focus on your stability and focus on where you need healing, this is going to be in your 10th house and your 2nd house. So financially, financially and maybe with a career. So if your career has kind of maybe taken a turn, maybe you've lost some money, maybe you need to find a little more stability there. Maybe you don't have the best career, maybe you kind of are up in the air, maybe even since COVID, you're just kind of like, oh, I'm just not really into working. Now's the time you got to kind of get serious and cut the crap pretty much and get serious. Get out there, get working, start earning your own money. All right, so then we move on to Taurus, sun or rising. This is going to be taking place in your 4th or 10th house. That's where we want to shine. So where do we want to shine? 4th and 10th. That's home, career. So you want to put yourself out there. Are you working from home? Are you maybe doing things from home? Maybe you have a YouTube video, or maybe you just work from home. Use this to really shine. You want to put yourself out there and put yourself on top. And if you're in a Zoom meeting, you want to be the one standing up. Out. If you're not in a group setting in your career, in your work, you need to stand out amongst all the others. There's 100, like for me, for example, it's hard doing this YouTube because there's a lot of others out there that are, trying to tell you a lot of the same things, a lot of kind of weird things, but, the doom and gloom, but it's how are you going to stand out amongst them. Make yourself stand out, make yourself shine. Where do we need to learn and grow? Where do we need to heal? For Taurus, it's going to be in the 9th house and the 1st house. So you really need to learn how to heal yourself. 9th, learning, maybe travel, maybe, looking at other nationalities, religions, things like that, to really focus on how can I benefit from that? Maybe how can I learn and heal from that? So do some learning, do some reading. Reading is going to be great. You're a Taurus, just kind of sit and relax and hunker down. It's freezing out there, good time to stay in, nice, cuddled up with a book, or YouTube videos that teach you all different things. It's a great time for that. Gemini, sun or rising, where is this happening for you? In your 3rd and 9th house. That's where you want to shine. So 3rd and 9th, that is about schooling. Are you in school still? Are you looking to go back to school? Or are you looking to teach maybe, or something like that? Maybe travel. That's where you're going to shine. Maybe take a little, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Start thinking about it. Now's the time to really make yourself shine. Things are coming to a head where, I want to be a great student. I want to travel. I want to be, out there. I want to get myself out there. So this is where you shine, Gemini. So get out there. With your, where you need to find stability and focus, this is going to be in your 8th and 12th house. So this is a little inward. So you need to help maybe some things that you've kept down. Maybe there's something that has been there for years, that taboo subject that you don't want to talk about, something that like, ooh, man, no one is finding this out about me. Well, maybe it's time you come out of that shell. Maybe it's time you stop hiding and you kind of let it out. Stop hiding away. So then we move into Cancer. So Cancer, Sun or Rising, this is going to be in your 2nd and 8th house axis. This is where you're going to shine. So this is money, your spouse's money. Are you guys going to do something on a collective where, maybe a husband-wife kind of thing where, or buying something together maybe, or, are you going to do something with your money, kind of pull it together? How is that going to work out? And who's going to take the lead? So this is Cancer, this is where we want to shine. This is where you want to put yourself out there. We want to really, get it out. We want to have what we want. This is the time to get what you want with your spouse, with your significant other. 8th house, maybe even it's from an inheritance you got, how you're going to use that to your advantage. Where your healing is in the 7th and 11th house. So maybe you've had some issues with relationship, partnerships. Maybe you felt someone's been stabbing you in the back. So how are you going to maybe lean on your friends, 11th house, to heal from that 7th house pain? Go out, be with your friends. They're going to help you through it. So really that's just my best advice to you. If you've had a bad breakup lately and you just need to get out there, go out with your friends. They're there for you. Nothing like a good set of girlfriends to make you feel better. So moving on then, Virgo, where we're shining is the 12th and 6th house. So what are we doing to help people? Virgo is about kind of that 6th house, helping people, being kind of a servant. Who are we helping? Is this, maybe if we are currently working in kind of a hospital or even in a prison? If not, are we volunteering? Might be a great time to get out there and volunteer. Do your best. That's where you need to shine. Get out there every day, some work, do a little bit to help people that might be in need, and that's where you're going to shine. And then with your stability and your focus on where you need to heal, that is going to be in your 5th and 9th house. So if you've had some issues, again, maybe you even were dating someone that didn't work out and you need to maybe learn from it. Maybe you've learned from a bad breakup. This is what you need to heal from. Maybe things didn't work out that you were trying to create. Maybe it could be even a miscarriage thing. So something that you have to heal from. 5th house is about children. Had any kind of a miscarriage or something, and that's been really holding you back from moving forward, maybe from having children. Do your research. Use that 9th house to learn how you can grow from this and how you can maybe help this from not happening again, in whatever area of your life that is. So Libra, where are we shining? We are shining in the 11th and 5th house. So we are putting ourselves out there. Libra, you're going to shine in big groups, so maybe either online or in a big group. So you want to be out there with your just, individuality, just glowing bright, and just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. I know Libras sometimes are afraid that they're going to, kind of rock the boat. Don't be. Now, it's you. You have to be strong. And then in where we need to learn and grow and heal, this is going to be in our 4th and 8th house. So home, and then maybe spouse's money. What's going on there? Are we having some issues with home? Did we lose something? Home repairs that are really getting, I know with me, I must have pointed out 100 things that I want fixed around the house. Like, why does everything seem broken? My garage door is not working right. So this has a lot to do with me. I am, of course, a Libra sun, so kind of, spot on. So then Scorpio, where do we need to shine? Scorpio, you need to shine in your 10th and 4th house. So that is your career. So put yourself out there, and then you'll have the money to bring home the bacon. So shine at work. Put yourself in the limelight. Like, you need to be better than everybody else, and you can be. You're Scorpio. You know how to pull it out. You know how to dig deep and put it out there. Where do we need to heal? In our 3rd and 7th house. Our siblings, how we take action towards relationship. Has there been, maybe some strife between, our relationships and maybe our family, or with our, close neighbors or close friends? How do we heal that? How do we take action to heal from that? So that's Scorpio, and you know how to do it. You know how to get down. You know how to really get down into yourself to heal that. It's going to come bubbling back up. Sagittarius, okay, so where do you need to shine? 9th and 3rd house. You want to learn. You want to learn new things. You want to travel. You want to travel not just a little bit, but a long distance. Maybe you want to do have a move. Maybe you want to, you're fantasizing about moving, or that 9th house, 3rd house, could be long, could be short, but you want to get out there. You want to travel. You want to get out there and you want to change. You need a different perspective. So this is going to be, your healing is in your 2nd and 6th house. So you want to heal your money and your stuff. So maybe kind of get rid of some things, donate to good causes. Donate your money if you can. If you have some, donate your crap. Got too much crap, get rid of it. So then moving on, Capricorns, you're shining in your 8th and 2nd house. So maybe in those taboo subjects, maybe you've been really looking at occult stuff, maybe you've been doing some Wicca. How are you going to shine? How are you going to make that benefit you? Do your simmer pots, work on stuff like that. 8th house, maybe you are getting an inheritance or something like that. How are you going to have this work for you and use it to your benefit? Where do you need to heal? That is going to be in your 1st and 5th house. Really work on you. You need to work on yourself, your confidence. You have to work on your talents, embrace your talents and put them out there. This is, your 5th house is what you're good at. Maybe you've been afraid to kind of put it out there. Well, this is where you need to heal, and you need to stop being afraid and just show people what you can do. Aquarius, 7th and 1st house is where we're going to shine. So in your relationships, you want to be center of attention. Use that Leo, baby, and have your spouse, your partner just shower you with affection. That's what you want right now. Where do you need to heal? That's going to be in your 12th and 4th house. So maybe you've had things kind of hidden. Maybe you, want to keep hidden about things. Maybe you don't want to let things out. Maybe you want to keep things in your house. So if you are having troubles, you want to invest in that relationship because that's where you want to shine. So if you're going around telling your friends that your spouse is a douche or complaining about everything, that is just going to put negativity in you. It's going to put negativity in their minds about it. So keep your shit in your house, Don't put your shit out there for everyone to see. Anyway, last but not least, we have, Pisces. You are shining in your 6th and 12th house. So 6th house, that's your everyday work. These are your routines. This is what you do. Maybe in your health, maybe you're really getting out there and you're exercising and working out. This is where you're shining. Maybe you're shining with just everything that you do every day for people. It's kind of that working for people, but maybe you're shining in that. Maybe you just are really showing that how much you care, how much you're going to do for people, and helping others. This 12th house, helping others that are maybe a little bit less fortunate than you are. Where do we need to heal? That's our 11th and 3rd. So really encourage you to know who your true friends are here. Keep them close, but keep your enemies closer. Reach out to your neighbors that might need a little bit. And watch those friends. You don't want them talking behind your back. You want to really, be honorable, and they'll be honorable back. So that is the week. This week, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you, if you did enjoy it, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so we can, and definitely check out, if you haven't, the full moon video, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.